Hello. Hello. Just making
Hello.
sure things okay. 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 Hello. Just okay. I'll just do that now. I think it might be a little bit close. But other than that, hello. I am back from the dead, sort of. But I am here and I am live once again. And it's not because I'm gonna animate, and hell no, I don't want to do that right now because I just finished the Christmas special. And it took me a while to do so. And before we get into that, I am glad I finished the Christmas special because, man, I've had a history with it. I really do love that I finished it. So today we are going to look through all the files that I've made and all sorts of other stuff that I want to dig through. You know, behind the scenes and all that. And we might even look at some deleted stuff. And even go through some other files, like audio files, and maybe even some bits of the Vegas files. Maybe, I'm not sure though. But I guess maybe first I do wanna get into one thing. My friend from last year really wasn't involved for we had a bit of a disagreement for something, and that's just where I'm gonna put it. But yeah, he was originally in this, but he's not. So let's go look through some unused SHIT. And first things first, I think, I still have the old Medibang file for this. And by the way, I still make Medibang. I still use it. I was gonna delete Medibang afterwards, but I like the program, so I'm gonna keep it for a bit. I know Krita's is probably gonna be my go-to for stuff, but it's just because Krita is just much more advanced program. But oh well. But yeah, he was originally gonna be in this, but yeah, no. And right here is a. Do not look at that. As a matter of fact, don't look at that either. But this is old art of the Christmas special. He was heavily involved. But also it's just because the reason why I changed it, I could have just come out and just kind of rearrange some things, but I redrew it because for my new art style and for the newer designs of the characters in the Christmas special, I basically made, like, last year I made the decision to, instead of having the characters all have just a pitch black color for the hair, I made it much more lighter and make them like very somewhat dark grayish, so that you could see expressions and eyebrows more, and eyes in general. So yeah, goodbye to the pitch black hair. And also, I forgot to mention, what's this? I think this is just the same image, but this here is also, it's also the same image, except I wanted to release this in 2021, but due to poor planning, I thought of this up since November of 2021, so that's a bad start, but yeah. I really wanted to get it done 2 years ago, but I didn't. And maybe later we can get into like deleted scene stuff. But yeah, maybe we can get into that in a little bit. But the old logo was this. Only one thing has changed. It was called CDT Adventures Clones in Christmas instead of on Christmas, because I just think I changed it because I just thought this sounded wrong, so I changed the name. And also because I made my animation file names cock 1 through 116. So there's that. Yeah, and this year, since I really wanted to get it done last year, but due to some personal private reasons that I really could say, but I'd rather not, I wanted to get it done anyway later this year. Like, since it was still winter, I would probably get it done before March, but I kind of just decided not to, because I just think that'd be, like, I didn't think it'd be worth it, because, I mean, frankly, it wouldn't be a Christmas special if it were to be released in January or March. But if it was going to be released, then I'd call it this, and it'd be called CDT Adventures Clone Chaos. And yeah, it's a title, alright. I even had a Clone Chaos cut, so technically there are 3 cuts of this film, this animation, and I'm calling it animation because I could call it a show or episode or special, but, you know, due to recent events from September that I'll talk about that later. But I might even have to talk about that, like, in the next live stream. Probably it's not the best time to talk about it today, but alright. So this is the Clone Chaos cut, which we will get into later. And I only cut some stuff from the original cut, which is this one right here. I just cut out some unnecessary parts. So I think this one was around like 11 minutes long. And since Rogelio's departure, I made this. But I mean, These technically aren't unused. They're just, I just put them here because I didn't want to like have too many unnecessary files in the main file right here, which is just right here. These are just like right here, Vegas files, and you know, the actual main file, the animation, and this is like the main storyboard that I wanted to go with. But let's just go through unused vids. So I think we've talked about some stuff. Well, I mean, I guess before we get into the nitty gritty of like unused stuff, we'll get into some like older pieces of animation that we can look through. And since I have the frankly, it would be faster to just go through here. I uploaded this a while back, around I'd say February or March, because I really just wanted to quit my channel and just do whatever. I don't really do much in my spare time. I really wanted to get this done. Hold on. Some family. But I uploaded this video in May, or wait, no, not May. I mean February, because I wanted to quit, and I just dumped this because I didn't think I'd finish it. So I just said I'm done, and I don't know. But let's get into it. So everything's just the same, and oh, fun fact, and I'm probably going to be saying that a lot in the stream. Or rather, two fun facts since we're on the screen. I added the text 2 months before the Halloween special, and I kind of just left it there because I really wanted to get this done around December of last year, but yeah, I don't want to have to repeat myself. I'll just say, I don't know. Oh yeah, and also the van was different because I made it completely white because I just think it was easier, and because I forgot to make the bottom part of the van gray. So that's why I kind of just had it a white color. So nothing's really out of the norm. Everything's
it's quite
the
weird
same.
going out in your new truck, Elvin.
And the last time we ever had any fun was 2 months ago when we were killed by zombies.
Yeah, fun. And the they have here are expensive with built because every.
Oh yeah. Fun fact, I had to trim out some bits of my friend's voice lines because with Rogelio's departure, I had to cut out some stuff and like kind of make it more sense if I could. I had to also make some stuff different. Oh yeah, and this line was going to just be a full sentence before I kind of cut stuff because Rogelio's out of the picture.
Christmas tree they have here are expensive with built-in lights and other stuff, and they blow up.
I thought this would be funny, but I mean it's still funny. I could have added something similar, but I just decided not to. I thought Francisco giving the bird would be funny as well, but
well, I only came here because that fucking city over there likes to play that fucking Christmas shit on loop. There was this one time that some dude.
This is supposed to be the all I want for Christmas is you, girl. I just thought it'll be funny because she exploded. You know, it's the running joke, I guess.
It threw a water bottle at the singer who was singing the song, and she blew the fuck up.
What's with the discussion of blowing up stuff?
I think I changed this like 3 times. This would be like the first iteration, the second iteration I forgot about, but I might get into that later if I can find it.
I found the tree. Right there, guys. This is perfect.
And also the reason why I didn't include the alone small tree part is because that is just like since it wasn't gonna be like a moving animation for that one clip, it's just a PNG.
It's the right size. It's only one left on the hill. Now to chop that boy down.
And also the mouth movements on Elvin is a little bit different because I I tried testing out Toon Boom's automatic mouth thing, the automatic lip sync, but obviously that doesn't work well. I really hate doing mouth animations, which is kind of why. So, for House of the Dead, for every mouth movement, for every mouth animation, I tween it, but I barely did that for Clones on Christmas because I just think that take up way too much time, and I think I just didn't think I don't think it would have been worth it. I did it for some bits, whenever some bits of mouth animations were choppy, but yeah, I just think it was better off for me not to waste my time with so much like unnecessary mouth movement. But yeah, this scene is a little bit weird to see.
With me?
Well, there is a bunch of leftover fruity.
This
rolls
scene
in here.
also.
Some fireworks for some reason.
What do we do now? We have absolutely nothing to chop down. Oh yeah, Francisco has a sword. You're thinking, dude.
No problem.
Oh yeah, and here's my favorite bit out of everything. Elvin's legs moved very different, and I didn't know why I didn't have like extra joints for Elvin's legs, but he moves like a Minecraft character. Look at him.
Problem.
What the hell was up with that? I honestly kind of dozed off when I made that scene. But moving on. I don't think for here nothing's different.
We can take the tree back to.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Fun fact. It didn't have the extra bit of animation here because I don't know, I just didn't include it. And here's another deleted scene involving Rogelio.
What the hell?
Yeah. So that was that. And also these here are deleted stuff. I'd rather not get into this, but I do have his lines technically. We'll get into this stuff. Actually, I think I might be able to do that. Let me see. I forgot why I put this here, but let me
Like
see.
the police are gonna show up in the middle of the woods.
I found the tree.
Like the police are gonna show up in the middle of the woods.
Ah, this is another bit that I forgot about. We'll get into the nitty gritty of that later, but let me see.
Like the police are gonna show up in the middle of the woods.
I found the tree.
Oh yeah, so this is the second iteration of this part, and yeah, I changed it a third time. I'm not sure why. I think it's just to fit. Like I changed it back around June. I had to like. It's really unbelievable seeing this now that he finished, but yeah. I might not get into the Christmas like clone chaos cut because because it only just has some few changes, like some parts were cut. That was it. So I think we can get into the nitty gritty of the old storyboard of this show special. Oh yeah, originally I wanted to have snowfall, but I didn't want to animate the snow because I thought that'd be a waste of time. And there's just the logo. A lot of this will be quiet because I think I was too quiet on this. But I think it's also because of my earbuds kind of being a little bit fucked because I don't know, they just stopped working well one day. I can still use they still work well, it's just they got more quieter.
It's quite weird going out in the woods in your new truck, Elvin. We haven't done anything this fun and interesting since we killed that godlike alien.
Oh yeah, this was a I forgot about this. I changed it from this to what it is now because yeah, this is a reference to CDT Adventures the Past, but I'd rather get into that in another day. Oh yeah, and this also gets referenced in the end too.
Yeah. Fun.
Some bits of how the dialogue is supposed to be interpreted is different from how Francisco and Elvin said it, but I don't mind it. Like, I don't know. There was supposed to be more of a pause for when he said that, but I don't know. Everyone does things differently, I guess.
But anyway, I wanted to do this because the city was way too chaotic, so I needed to step out of there for a while. Plus, I wanted to get myself a tree here. A real one. It's just too bad there isn't many small trees around here. Why would you need a real tree? Because every Christmas tree they have in this city are expensive, with built-in lights and other stuff. And they blow up. Well, I only came here because that city likes to play that stupid Christmas song on loop and it drives me crazy. Like, there was this one time that some guy threw a water bottle at the singer who was singing that song, and she blew up. Wow, everything seems to blow up in this city. Including the city.
Oh wait, no. That first animated clip of this part was actually the second iteration, because this line is different and it just boggles my mind seeing it now. It really does.
I found a tree. Right there, guys.
Oh yeah, and the car is a box because I'm lazy.
A lone small tree. This is perfect. It's the right size and it's the only one left on that hill. Now to chop that boy down. Guys, where's my axe? Did I bring my axe? Well,
Oh yeah, and I had a little part where I was opening the van, but I thought that was a waste of time.
there's a bunch of leftover chips in here.
Yeah. That was a bit changed.
A lot of fireworks. A lot of deleted scripts for some reason, but no axe.
Oh yeah, fun fact.
Well, there's a bunch.
I thought of the Fruity Holes joke because I was thinking about cereal one day, and I thought it'd be funny to have a cereal that was called Fruity Holes, and I put it here in the final iteration, and I just had scripts instead of deleted scenes as scripts, and with that, I also put the Harmony logo and the storyboard logo on there too, because I thought that'd be funny.
Have leftover chips in here.
I am aware that the Toon Boom logos change because, I don't know, they just change it a lot.
Fireworks. A lot of deleted scripts for some reason, but no axe. What? So I came all the way here for nothing? What do we do now? We have absolutely nothing to chop down. Oh yeah, Francisco has a sword. Good thinking, Francisco. No problem. I cannot wait to bring this tree home.
Oh yeah, in the CDT Avengers universe, for now, doesn't really see where home is.
What a view.
That's supposed to be me whistling. This is an extra bit that was completely deleted, which was like, it was never like, it was never animated because I just thought it'd be a waste of time. Like, I just didn't think this scene would be necessary. And also because me and Rahelia was here, so it is because Rahelia.
This is... I never knew there was a neighborhood down there. I'm just gonna stay right here and watch this view. Alright, let's get this over with. One more blow.
He takes a few more hits than he does in the final iteration. And also, me and Rahelia are back there.
Yes! Thanks, Francisco. Now I can take the tree back to... What the hell?
Oh yeah, that's totally different.
Get out of here, so we better hurry. Bad news.
Honestly, when I animated, well, not animated, when I made that scene, I didn't think it'd be possible for me to animate it in the... I'm glad I managed to, like, yeah, I'm still glad I got it done, and especially that scene.
Let's get in the car and get out of here.
That was a pretty hard scene.
Oh, what the hell? It had to land here? What is that?
Oh yeah, this scene was shorter too. It's a bit weird to see. We kind of just shuffle around like that. And this was an extra scene, which is,
Well, great. So now we have to deal with these jokers?
This was a... This part was an extra scene where we, like, shuffle around, but I didn't think it'd be necessary, I guess.
Well, great. So now we have to deal with these jokers?
I was gonna have this part changed to something else, but... I mean, it's because... I thought they'd get mad, but I decided to keep it because I thought it'd be funny. Also, oh yeah, I'll get into the nitty gritty of that, and the and then the other parts. Okay, this year I made like a storyboard for the newer parts of the Christmas special. Like, I made new scenes because reasons.
I was talking about them.
I was originally gonna have I was gonna say, oh man, by the looks of the slime there'd be at least some innuendo, and then Francisco would say, not on my dead body, and then he'll just say, let me handle this, I think. I'll show you later.
Let me handle this. Okay, that scene can look very dirty, but I'm gonna go help him out. What?
Yeah, there is a lot of unused stuff here.
Oof.
And also that scene would play out kind of differently too because of the camera angle.
Don't worry, Anthony, I'm coming.
Now it's for his part.
Oh,
At the time when I made that scene a couple months ago, I was no, actually I think it was around November of 2000. No, I can recall that be around 2020. Oh yeah, that was in 2020, wasn't it? Or something like that. I forgot when it came out, but this scene is supposed to be a reference to that trailer for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate where Sephiroth gets revealed, and it kind of references the part where Sephiroth stabs, or at least almost stabs Mario, and it kind of just looks like he's gotten stabbed by the shadow, by the silhouette, but it turns out he's just holding onto Mario's overalls, and this is kind of what it's going for.
just hope something lewd doesn't happen. I kinda already made a joke like that.
Yeah. We have a little few bits of the lewds. Like we joke, we've joked around a lot about the lewd stuff with the slime.
Alright, what now? Wow, that would have been my last day in life.
Well, judging that we're in a pool of purple goo that's slowly devouring, I think I was gonna have a different part for this scene. I remember.
Us, you're probably wrong. Guys, there is one way we can get out of here. First we'll
And yeah, there's more stuff. There's more bits that are completely unused. New scenes.
knife.
Well, judging that we're in a pool of purple goo that's slowly devouring us,
You're probably wrong. Guys, there is one way we can get out of here. First we'll try to lift our legs and get close to that wall. Then Francisco will use his sword to climb that wall. You mean the slime-filled wall? Well, even if it is, we're still gonna get out of here. Now then. Okay, my legs are completely stuck. And my hands are stuck too. Well,
I think the same situation where our hands get stuck is it was originally gonna be applied in the final iteration, but I didn't feel like just kind of having the hands stuck. Like, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to have our hands like have it loose a little bit. So yeah. And also reasons.
well, now we are screwed. Guys! Alvin! I saw you guys flying in the air, so I came here to save you. I was wondering where you were. So, how are you gonna save us? I brought a rope. Now here, catch.
I could have added a slurping sound effect, but I could have I just went with like a normal, like kind of gooey, slimy sound, I guess.
Oh well, nice going, Elvin. Well, that's fine, because I brought another rope.
Oh yeah, and this was before I made that poster for CDT Adventures the movie where I gave the characters weapons, and I put that video up on my TikTok, and I even I posted it on Instagram and Twitter before certain events happened. And I think this was before like the thing with Rogelio's. I've had some personal issues with my content, and yeah, especially this was not my year, but at least I got this done. But still, this scene was different because he had a different rope. He had another rope.
Why aren't you guys grabbing the rope? Because we can't move. What about grabbing the rope with your mouth? Now what? Francisco, grab onto Rogelio, and Anthony, grab onto Francisco.
I'm tired, man.
Alrighty
The
then.
schedule's like messy. Okay, let's just.
Now what? Francisco, grab onto Rogelio, and Anthony, grab onto Francisco. Alrighty then. Alright, now I'm gonna pull you out. Okay, let me do something. No, what is he doing? Doing something? Well, that was fun. Almost dying in a slime pool. Where's Elvin so we can get out of here? I can't believe I gave up my sword for this mess.
That's Francisco saying that, by the way. And then I say to him, "I have your sword," and then he says, "Oh, thanks." I just removed the scene because I just didn't think it'd be necessary.
I have your sword, Francisco. Oh, wow. Thanks. Help! Well, he did save our lives, so... I'm coming, Elvin.
Oh,
Is that you, Anthony?
here's a weird thing. So in the final iteration, okay, no. And here, originally there wasn't a ladder, but I added it because, like, I jump here and then. And
Well,
the
he
next
did save
shot-
our lives, so...
Look at this. Also, this was originally supposed to be bushes. These green things. I go to the left. I go to the left, and then I slide from the right. What the hell?
I'm coming, Elvin. Is that you, Anthony? Yeah, and I'm here to save you, plus Francisco and Rogelio. Anthony, we better hurry, cause...
And here's another, I guess, humorous bit where Francisco is trying to warn us, but then this scene happens, but I cut it because I just didn't want to animate it.
Guys, we need to pull Elvin out. Help me out. Why couldn't Elvin get out of the van? Because I'm too scared to move. Ugh.
I think this was gonna be in a cave. I'm not sure what's with that extra cliff.
So, what was it that you were gonna ask me? Well, I was warning you about the slime following us, but no. We just had to save Elvin's van. Oh, come on, guys. I ran into this van. Hold on. What did you say about the slime again? Elvin, you distract the slime. Bro, what?
Okay, yeah. In the final narration, I kind of had to cut that. I kind of had to cut that line in pieces, and also, Elvin kind of made that line in a different way. Like he said it in a different way than it was in the storyboard. So there's that. This scene also plays out a little bit different too because of the angle. Like Francisco goes like from there far to here. Close up.
We have to get to that exit somehow. Anthony, Rogelio, we're getting out of here.
I was so proud of this part when I did the storyboard. It's just because it's a little bit more detail. I just thought it was cool.
Why won't you die already? Hey, Elvin, come here.
I've heard that part in the storyboard so many times, and I'm not joking. Like, I've had that ingrained in my mind whenever I start thinking about the Christmas special.
What are you doing? Get in the van. Seriously, guys, what are you doing with all this? Rogelio, light up the firework.
Oh yeah, and here is where he gets the spotlight again. Yeah, so this plays out very differently.
Huh? We're ready to blast out of here, Francisco.
Francisco, what are you doing? We're going to crash into freaking fast.
Here comes another scene.
Oh my god.
I could have added a scene like that where we celebrate it, but I did not.
Oh no! Oh crap! Francisco, drive faster. They're catching on to us.
I'm flooring this van with fireworks attached. What else can I do? I have to do something about that slime.
You're gonna get yourself
inside.
killed.
Nothing's
Please,
gonna
never
happen.
mind.
Guys, shut up for a bit and let me handle this. Ugh.
Yeah, Elvin, kinda said that differently. He was supposed to say it in a disgusting light, like, but he didn't.
Hope this works.
Oh yeah, that was different too. But I just decided to animate it differently because, I don't know, I just thought it'd be easier. And I was really getting close to Christmas, so yeah. I mean, it kind of could have taken the same time, but I kind of just made it different because I just made it different. Sometimes I just make scenes different for no reason.
Ah, frick.
Huh?
Yeah, different.
Wow, I never knew you had
that.
that in you,
That was awesome.
madman. Thanks, guys. It's too bad now that we don't have a tree anymore. At least we have our lives. Besides, there are some cheap trees we can find in the city. Wait, what? Yep, they have cheap, small, real trees in the city. I wish you could have told me that earlier. Well, it's not too late.
Francisco, look out.
Whoa!
I could have made this scene in the sky, but since I removed the part where we look at the neighborhood, like down below from the cliff where Francisco was cutting down the tree, I decided to have a... Okay. I'll show you later, but in the part where, like, we're flying and it shows all the houses, that was the longest that it took to make a background for this special. Like, it was a pain in the ass to make that, and I'll show you a bunch of it. I'll show you backgrounds later, probably after I show you some storyboard stuff.
Are we flying? What a miracle!
Guy.
Oh yeah, and also okay, yeah, let's rewind this a little bit. I've always wanted to do a scene where Like we would all go through like even like I'd say in 2019 when I wanted to do the movie, I wanted to add a scene where we would take like a van and strap fireworks on it and we'd fly like that. I thought that was the coolest shit ever. And I'm glad I did it for this scene. But other than that, yeah, I got it. So here's the different part.
Are we flying? What a miracle!
It cuts to him for some reason, but I didn't add it.
Guys, look! It's the neighborhood we saw minutes ago. Wow, Elvin, if it weren't for your convenient fireworks...
Also, I cut it, and I just, okay. I'll show you later. I cut it like from that to Elvin throwing up, and Elvin was supposed to say something before he throws up, but I didn't because Elvin, like, after the whole shenanigans and like stuff with him and with Rogelio, it's just I mean, since Elvin didn't send me the lines, I just thought it'd be funnier if I could have like a random throwing up sound effect. So, yeah.
Then we would have been dead. And speaking of that, these fireworks, funnily enough, haven't blown up yet.
Job!
Sorry that I put y'all through this crazy day. Aw, that's fine. We've dealt with worse things like getting wiped out. Oh, don't you dare bring that up again.
I changed it from the god thing to the zombies for reasons.
Hey, Elvin, look, your van's still flying. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, my God. Would you look at it go?
And I think nothing happens here. Nothing changes.
Ooh. I only had the money to rent that van.
Oh, yeah, guys, speaking of that, how are we gonna get home?
So that was the first iteration, and yeah, here's the second iteration, but I'm not showing you that because it ain't much different. There's no new scenes, except, I mean, there's some cut scenes if you want to see that, but that'd be a waste of time to see. So what we're gonna see next is the extra bits, like extra new scenes.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Alright, it's lit up.
Also, I was originally in the back, and I even animated it in the trailer, but since I put Elvin in the back when I was animating it, I had to switch it up.
It's lit up.
Okay, now we just wait.
Oh, I added this later down the line after I did the other extra bits of like newer scenes for the special. So yeah, that's that. But let me see. Let me see. I might have to skip a few parts, but let me see.
Christmas tree they have in this city are expensive with built-in lights and other stuff. And they blow up. Well, Elvin, I know.
Oh, and also okay, yeah. Yeah, I trimmed that part, and you'll see here why.
Place in the city that sells cheap treat, and I just hope the police don't show up.
He was supposed to say that, but since he didn't send me the lines for the newer cut, I just had to trim that part where he says the Christmas trees from the city, they have a lot of very expensive trees and they blow up. I had to cut that for that reason.
Because they've been really stingy when it comes to noise complaints. As if the police are gonna show up in the middle of the woods. I found a tree!
And there's that. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, also, I was originally gonna have Francisco do the mimicking with, like, the mimicking mouth gesture, but I thought it'd be funnier for Francisco to flip the birds, so.
Right there, guys! A lone small tree. This is perfect!
Okay, I think I'm getting a little bit too, nitpicky, but Elvin walks out of the van and points. He just comes out of the van, like his upper half of the body just comes out because I just thought it'd be easier to animate.
It's the right size, and it's the only one left on that hill. Now to chop that boy down. Well, there's a bunch of leftover chips.
This part is still the same, I just didn't want to change it.
Alright, let's get this over with. One more blow.
See, I cut this shorter. And ignore him in the background. He can still be seen in some areas, but in some bits I kind of trimmed him out, like trim him out of the picture.
Yes! Thanks, Francisco. Now I can take the tree back to...
Get the tree and get out of here, so we better hurry. Bad news.
Oh yeah, just land right in front of us. Very cool.
I wonder if I have a shorter version of all the stuff that let me see. Okay, yeah, here we go. I don't want to have to go into the nitty gritty of that, so here's another one.
I know a place in the city that sells cheap treat, and I just hope the police don't show up.
I should have found this, but I didn't catch my eye.
Been really stingy when it comes to noise complaints. As if the police are gonna show up in the middle.
And I don't want to have to like go through that whole entire thing just to look at all the new scenes.
The woods. Oh yeah, just land right in front of us. Very cool. I know from the looks of the slime there will be at least some innuendo over my dead body.
Yeah, yeah, I changed that because I thought so we're gonna have to deal with these jokers part was funnier. And I feel like I was milking the lewd slime joke.
Told you. What? Elvin? Coward. Ugh.
Oh, and also the part where my glowing blue whip gets introduced. Oh yeah, I made a stream of that, and that was kind of a last minute thought. Because, I mean, it's just like the first time my weapon was shown, so yeah. And also Francisco's weapon as well, technically. But I mean, also, no. Because last year I made an animation for Francisco where he pulls out his sword. I forgot about that.
But at the same time, this has more nutritional value than most of the food in the city, so I guess that's a plus. Well, it's still gonna be your last.
I could have had that, but I wanted to have the part where, like, the camera zooms out from us. I wanted to draw that scene.
Unless we run through the wall. Anthony, just stop. Okay, it's gonna be our last. What about your grapple gun, smart guy? Oh, okay. Oh, great. Now what is he doing? Doing something? Ah! What in the hell happened?
I'm almost about to fall to my death. That's what happened.
Just get out of the van.
Easy for you to say. I paid to rent this van. That's money going down the drain.
Yeah. Different bits with Elvin, but couldn't do that.
Ugh. Alright. Hey, Francisco. Guys, the slime's reaching out of the pool and following us.
Wait, what?
Yeah, this part was played out different.
They're following us?
I originally kind of wanted to have a scene where I reused one of Elvin's lines instead of cutting the what bro what. Oh yeah, I'm also okay. I'm getting a little bit off track, but the part where Elvin says, "Bro, what?" He added an extra "bruh." No, yeah, he added an extra "what." So when Elvin was gonna say, "Bro, what?" I just put "what, bruh," and then I reserve the part where he says "what" with like that same audio line thing, that same track.
Francisco, let's just jump. What?
Oh yeah, I forgot to say I was originally going to use that line where I was just gonna have him say "what" again. I was just gonna use the same audio clip where Elvin was complaining about forgetting his axe. So yeah.
Wait, Anthony, didn't you say the van had fireworks earlier? Yeah. Alright, I have a plan. Anthony, light up the fireworks.
Yeah, this was gonna be in a different angle, but I didn't want to do that.
Okay. Oh god, why does he have to make me do this?
Francisco, look out!
We'll get into the fire transition later, but I thought that was the coolest shit ever.
Huh?
I think I'm gonna be car sick. Or sick.
Yeah, Elvin was originally gonna say this, but he didn't, because he didn't send me the lines. And yeah. But enough of that. I just thought it was funnier to just have him throw up.
Well, count this besides Halloween getting white. Hey, look, your fan's still flying.
Well, I
Yeah, there's him again. Okay, when Francisco said that, oh look, your van's still flying. When he sent me the lines for that part, he added a laugh track. Like he was laughing, and I thought that was the funniest shit ever. So I added that part. I was gonna have a different part, like an older part. I have older voice lines that were left unused. Oh, don't look at that. Fuck. You've seen some shit. Okay, but fuck, I forgot. I have some older audio clips that were left unused, and we might look at some later, maybe, though I'm not sure. So here are all the backgrounds. Pretty nifty. We're gonna open up Medibang because it's just the go-to app that I go to, you know? Get what I mean? But yeah. Let's look at the first picture though. Let's look at the first background that I made for the Christmas special, and I even, oh yeah, oh my god, this was a long time ago. I re-added it. I I had the clone chaos part done later, and I kind of never changed it. I forgot about that. But in the first iteration of the no, if for the first background, the trees look a little bit different because this was before I made this brush called Leaves, I think, and basically instead of, I think I used like a different brush. I think I used this brush. It's like my main go-to for watercolor. But yeah, this is basically what it is. This is just like quick strokes, like a quick way of doing things. So yeah, there's that. I think this one took quite a bit to make, but I mean, for most of these, it's just like drawing a simple forest with some snow and the sky, and that's frankly about it. Let me see. Another background I want to, yeah, here's the harmony and the storyboard one. And also Fruity Holes, because that's the funniest thing ever. I used to think that was so funny. Sometimes it can still be funny, but yeah, here's just some backgrounds. And here's one where I first introduced the slime. Yeah, I have a lot of like really long backgrounds. I might not show you a bunch of the backgrounds much, like just because they're not that special, but it's just I thought I'd show you some of them. Let me find it though. Let me find the one that took me the longest to do, and I think it might be coming up now. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the one that took me the absolute most time to do for a background for this short. So what I did was I made this originally in Photopea. I kind of conceptualized on how long the background would be, kind of just extended it to how long, like in my head, how long this clip would be, and I kind of just extended it to here, and then yeah, I had a layer, like a white layer. This is where it will start, and then for the rest of it I could just leave it as is, like just because I was gonna have like some of the background thing, like I was gonna have this part move into them along with this, like the background, like the back shot right here, and this, the rest of this is just like the rest of the background that I drew, and it was hell to draw. And also, first, another thing, it took, like, since it took me so goddamn long to make these simple ass houses, I didn't do anything for here because I just think it's no, I don't think I want to do that. But here are some houses with Christmas lights. So yeah, there's that. They look very simple. Look, it's the Family Guy house. I added that because I just thought it'd be funny, but still, got a lot of. It's a lot. It's a lot to see. Well, I mean, not much, but it's like it's the most detailed background. So yeah, there's that. I think that might be it for backgrounds. Yeah. I guess before we get into the nitty gritty of the animation, we'll get into CC Pics. So here's just like the main files. So this year I trimmed out Rogelio, and this is just what I got. And then Xmas card. I actually drew this last year before everything unfolded, but yeah, I only just added the main gang. And this is, I think, the right decision now that I'm thinking about it. And here's just the logo. Nothing special. Here is the new and updated version of the original concept picture for Clones on Christmas. The slime wasn't changed. I only just removed Rogelio's slime bit. But yeah, I redrew everyone because with the hair color and everything, it's just better. And here's a very here's the thumbnail, and then the final one is the thumbnail for this live stream, which I drew today. So I think I drew this like last year. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I did draw this last year. So yeah, here it is. Here's the thumbnail. And here is the current thumbnail for this video. And there's me, CDT Adventures Clones on Christmas behind the scenes. Oh, I forgot to mention, for this logo, since it's like Christmas themed and all that, yeah, I changed it from Clones in Christmas to Clones on Christmas because it's just more grammarly, like, it's just more correct to say that. But I made the on word into a candy cane theme because Christmas. So now we can get into the nitty gritty. Let's get into that, shall we? And we'll also open up this so that'd be easier to help me find some animation files. So first up, oh yeah, this is, I don't know, I named that 116. I was really getting to finish it and I just named it 116. What the heck? I didn't even notice that. That's the last one, by the way. Wait, but I said that minutes ago. But here's the first one that I did, which was back, like, some of these were like finished last moment. Like, okay, this one was finished last moment, like in the very last moment. We're just waiting until Toon Boom moments. Sometimes it's gonna be really, sometimes it's really slow. Okay, so here it is, and I added the fade in the Toon Boom file as well. There's my logo, and I kind of had a little bit of a problem with this part because I added this gradient, and it's a little bit hard to see my logo because of the blue moon kind of shining in. It kind of is a little bit hard to see the logo. But oh well. There's my logo. Nothing. Yeah, it just fades in like that. And how I did this is I added the camera up here somehow, and then there's my logo, and there's also my logo here too. And I got a little bit lazy with the scene. I get lazy with a lot of parts because I kind of just want to get this done. But oh yeah, I also changed this. This is now completely white. And also the path, like, for the snow is kind of just that. Could have hand drawn that scene, but I didn't. Like, I could have just added like new strokes of line for that. So for the next one, I will, oh yeah, this part. This is like the last piece of animation that I did. I'm not kidding. I added this because I kind of just thought it looked nice for, like, to introduce the scene where Elvin's driving in the van. I thought that was pretty neat. So now we can get into this one right here. And there is something interesting that I want to show you. When it loads. So let's hide some stuff because we'll remove Elvin. Oh, forgot about this. I have like a bluish overlay for the characters so it wouldn't look like this. It'd look a little bit out of place. Like, look, in rendered view it looks like this, like in the video, right? But if I remove this, which is called drawing, it does that and it looks weird, and I don't want it to look weird, so I always have to add it. And it gets a little bit messy too. Look at this node view. It's messy. Very, very messy. But other than that, remove everyone. Remove this. I want to show you something interesting. I think Francisco's a little bit fucked up back there, I think. Let me see. Or no, he doesn't. He looks a bit, his face looks a little bit weird, which is funny to see, but so this is how I did this moving background. So
It's quite weird going out in your new truck, Elvin.
And the last time we ever...
So what the heck is going on here? This is a box called Black 1, and I'm not sure how exactly I did this. Oh wait, no, now I know. I used a cutter node. I used a cutter node, I forgot. It kinda right here, I think. Or not? What is it, right here or is it right here? Wait. Okay, here we go. This is the thing. I use a cutter node, like, to make things invincible, and this is just so that this part doesn't like overlap this part, so I can basically just have like a moving background like this. So
ever had any fun was 2 months ago when we were killed by zombies.
Yeah, fun.
oh yeah, and I also like did this with the camera. I might not show you much with the animation, but yeah.
Yeah, fun. But anyway.
Oh yeah, here's me without a face, cause it's funny.
Anyway, I wanted to do this because the city is way too chaotic, so I need to step out there for a while. Plus, I want to get myself a tree here. A real one. It's just too bad there isn't many small trees around here.
I think I cut this cause there was a bunch more, but I removed it. So for next bit, most of these aren't special because like they're kind of like samey. Nothing's really going on, you know. I'll just show you some highlights of how everything's done. think I'll show you this one. Cock 16. I'll show you something very funny later. So this is how I did the goo animation. I can just remove that. So I use a paint layer because it's mandatory. So I use the paint tool, the brush tool instead of the pencil tool, because if I use the pencil tool, then it wouldn't work if I want to use the gradient. So this is how it worked. And I promised you like 2 live streams for, yeah, I promised you like 2 live streams that I'd show you how I animate it. So here, look, I'll just show you this. This, I'm using a brush. I didn't realize. That's the airbrush, I mean. What the heck? So, pretend I'm drawing. So I draw like this, and then I use the edit ingredient texture, and I edit it to go downward like this, and then I just do the same with this color, and sometimes I do it with this color, and I just add the stars, and I use like a different brush which is called pointillism, and I kind of just repeat that cycle like 3 times, like just hand draw it like that. And sometimes, forgot to mention, I would add like a turbulent node. So, oh shoot, fuck. So here it is. Here's the turbulent node. I think this is the glow. Here I add turbulence, and looks somewhat, it didn't really work when I like had in like 150 like here. I looked up tutorials on how I could work out with like turbulence stuff, but we'll get that, we'll talk about that later down the line. Let's get into that one. And then that one, because I want to show you something that's somewhat interesting. This animation took a while because it's like in a more dynamic, somewhat angle. It's just, it's very hard to animate walk cycles and running cycles especially. But here's how it works. Oh yeah, sometimes I would have to like make new layers. Like I had to like duplicate a limb because like I'm gonna then later like overlap another leg or another body part. Like if I have an arm, like a right arm, and I'm facing in the left side, and if I wanna change it, I'd like have to duplicate it and put it upward, I guess, like up above the other layers. let me see how, like, this is how it worked. If it's shown here, at least. I don't even think Elvin's legs move here. I think it's just completely blank. This is just what it shows. Elvin ain't got no legs. Okay, but yeah. I always thought this scene, how I animated it, was weird, but I didn't mind. I just wanted to get it done. Could have had a more slower transition, but I think in later animations it's shown better with the... I think I'm done here. So let's get on to the next one. And later ones, I'll show you, see exactly how limbs worked and some of the animation, like some of the clips. But a lot of scenes were played out like this. Like, this is Francisco's entire scene right here, and this is how it is. He has no body right here.
Let's get in the car and get out of here.
So yeah, there's that. Ain't that interesting to see? Oh, let's get into this one. Let's get into 28. This one took, like, it felt like hell when I was animating this. Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah, okay, no, I was right. But, look. Here's the scene. And then it gets faster. This scene took quite a while to animate. And I also added like a turbulence note on here too, but this took forever to do, and it's because I hand drawn this because I just thought it'd be easier to do it that way, because I didn't want to do it tweened, because it either would take too long and I would have to put too much effort into it, or to look cheaper. But yeah, here's the scene. It's a kind of like our goo forms are kind of, they're being formed. Oh, and here's a little bit of an error. I don't know what happened here, but it doesn't show up like that in rendered view for whatever reason. Oh, for some animations, they do get corrupted for whatever reason. I don't know why. They just do. And when that happens, if I want to add like a new layer or like a new group or peg to something, I can't, and I have to go into display all and or have to like fix something here. But that isn't like the best sort of, like, that isn't really the best option sometimes, and it kind of just fucks up, and I have to make a new different Toon Boom file, and I'm just gonna have to port everything, and sometimes it works, but yeah, it's kind of why right now it's not like moving. But yeah, it's weird. But yeah, how this plays out is just that we all get formed, like the body parts of us, they get formed, like we come up, and that's just how it works, I guess. So now we can get into the real funny part. Well, I mean, actually, no. Let's get into 32 first. And then... Wait, no, that's 33. Oh! Also, I forgot to mention, I made a mouth chart. Somewhere later down the line, I think it was this year that I made it, but I can't really be for certain. I think, or maybe it was last year, I forgot. But for the mouths, I can just go to Francisco, or just drawing, and I made a mouth chart. Like, okay, I go to library and I made some folders. This one's called Clone Christmas, just called CC, and here's mouths. Mouth frown and mouth glad is what I made, and here is like the mouth nodes. The mouth frames. Sometimes they can have a mind of their own. Like I said, whenever I say that a lot when I'm developing clones on Christmas, but that's basically what happens. It's facing the other way, and it's much more bigger because sometimes no, basically every time, for whatever reason, this particular frame just goes out of the picture for no reason. I'm just pissed off. But yeah, here's the scene. What the hell is going on here? I have never realized that before. But it's not visible in the actual shot. But what I want to show you here is, like, I animated a like a smear for Francisco's sword, and somewhat also for the goo clone. Oh yeah, he ain't got no legs as well. Moving on, now we can get into the really, really funny part. So, I named it Cock 34 New because I had to transport into a new scene because the older Cock 34 was corrupted. But here is what I want to show you. Yeah, this part, this scene, which is the scene where Francisco gets tied up by a bunch of slime.
Hey, what the hell? Hey, what the hell?
Oh no, it's not this one, is it? Then what the hell happened to the other one? I guess I can show you this one, I think. Okay. Okay, but this one, this is called Cog 34, and he's tied up by the slime. So since I can't show you it on Tube of Harmony, I guess I can describe it. So here in this scene, Francisco gets tied up, and also I pegged I made very separate body part files, layers, I mean. I even gave the legs separate layers, and I even gave them pegs, even though I didn't think I would be able to use them.
Hey, what the hell?
The original part, when I first animated the scene, it kind of went all very wrong, and Francisco kind of, okay, I always thought this scene was weird because of this. Look, it's not right to see that. Like, it just kind of feels a little off to see. And also, I forgot about that frame. When I'm animating with that pointillism brush, or whenever I'm using it, sometimes I kind of just okay, a lot of the time it's a pain to have to cut the edges out, to cut the outside, and sometimes it can have this result. But I don't know what this is all about. It kind of just comes like that sometimes, or probably in this one occasion. I don't know what that was but I don't know what that is all about. But I guess moving on to this one right here.
Okay, that scene can look very dirty.
Go to hell, Anthony.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you. Wait, what the heck? I thought that was yeah. A lot of stuff is really weird here. Oh yeah, and I had to make like a separate layer for this too. I had to add the overlay picture thing here too, because if I didn't, then it looked like this and looked really out of place.
Okay, that scene can look very dirty. Alvin!
Oh yeah, I think here is I can finally show you an example of what I mean. I can just, and I'll remove this too. Oh yeah, I'd flip this, just like this, and it's weird sometimes, but that's just how I get stuff done.
Coward.
And look at this running animation. Just look at it. Ain't that weird? feels like I'm doing some sort of like weird sprint. It's a very unnatural looking sprint, but
Elvin! Coward.
yeah, I guess that's it. You know what? That's it for that one. Cockvids. Let's see what we got. Oh, I could show you this one. I could show you that one, or maybe this one first. Or maybe this one. I could show you like a brief glimpse of this one. I animated this one, and this one, and this one here. I think I animated this one too, but this one right here, I animated that one on live. But here is a scene which took a somewhat long time, and it really it was a bit of a pain to animate this scene, to be honest. But here's how it went. I basically copy and pasted the original, like the previous running animation, and this looks off, but it's like whatever. And here's me, like, I think I made a crap, I got a lot of layers here. I didn't need to do all that, but I did. But I made my pocket a separate layer. And here is the main attraction. I have a cutter node for that, I think. I had a cutter node and another layer where it could help me right here. The cutter. Basically what I did here is just use a cutter node for this. Holy shit, what the hell happened? What did I do? Oh no. Everything got all fucked up. But yeah, here's the cutter node. The cutter layer, drawing layer. And if I didn't have this, then I think it'd look like this. So this was the whole cutting layer thing. If I didn't have this, then like make it invisible, then it would have looked weird. But thank God for the cutter tool. here's a fun fact. When I was doing I was doing Elvin's part one time, I had to do it another time. Like I had to do it like a second time because I was doing Elvin's bit right here in one Tomb Boom scene and it crashed one day and I had to do it again and it really pissed me off. But I had to do it again. I'll show you Cock 40 now. So here's a Cock 40 and this is how it works. Yet again, I use the cutter tool for this, and also I even added like an extra layer for... I think I added this before I added the cutter tool thing. Like the cutting layer, I added like an extra layer where I think I draw this in like red, and then I use the cutting tool, the cutter node. Like I have lines to show that we're going into the slime pool. And also Francisco's sword is there too.
Wow, that would have been my last day in life.
Oh yeah, here's something to note. Sometimes that happens when I accidentally don't halt an animation, like when I'm tweening, and it kind of just does that. So yeah, I don't know what that's all about. I did this part in one scene, and it's something.
Unless we run to the wall.
Anthony,
And also sometimes, like when another character is out of the frame, within the next frame, it changes instantly.
Anthony, just stop.
Okay, it'll be our last.
Guys!
And also,
Life.
this part is weird to see because I
Let's
didn't do anything about it. Like I didn't properly make it look that good, so yeah, it's a weird part. What else is there to show you? Alright, Cock 54. Let's get into that. Oh yeah, and I did a lot of these around, like, I returned to animating. Okay, so here's the timeline. I did some things like right here. Okay, let me see. I think I did a great number, like from I think 26 or something, from December to February or March, and then I try to return to animating it around August, and then I actually started to return animating to it around November. And here's another thing which I want to note. I started using 3D mode, like its 3D capabilities, because I forgot Two Boom can do that. And I've had troubles with that, but here's what happened. I animated the entire walk cycle. Look at this. Yeah, it took. Like, it was a walk cycle. I can tell you that. Like it goes behind. Look at that. And I didn't need to do that. Didn't even need to do that.
Help!
Well, he did save our lives, so...
It's a bit weird that it kind of just cuts like that, but oh well.
So...
I use like 3D mode. I would go like in one of the pigs. I'd go transform mode, and then I would hold Alt. I think I'd hold Shift and Alt. I'd hold I'd hold Alt, and that's how I get like the 3D effect, because I used to kind of like I used to just duplicate the layer and then cut the other half. But it's too tedious. Sorry if I'm sorry if I'm pausing my sentences. I can just hear background noise and it's just bothering me. Did I get back in the beginning? Alright. We're not gonna go here, but I do want to show you. Shit! I went too far! Okay, but here is trailer shit. Okay, but here it is. And also, here's the PNGs of the trailers things. But these were called, because I did the scene, like I edited it, but I did these scenes because I really needed to release a trailer, and I wasn't very far into finishing those scenes, but I wanted I wanted to make those scenes anyway because I wanted to release a trailer, because it's been so long when I try to get it done. But I've had very big problems with the scene because I used 3D mode, and while that was impressive, it also gave me some problems because I added the blue overlay, and I've had problems with that because it kept disappearing, and I tried to re-add it like frame by frame, and then I'd also have problems with the entire drawing disappearing from the back. It's hard to explain, but here's the scene.
Hey, Francisco.
Guys, the slime is reaching out of the pool and...
Now look
Francisco.
at this.
Guys, the slime is reaching out of the pool and following us.
I don't think you can see it properly, but like, okay, yeah. Like, how the heck is this happening? Yeah, I did it in 3D mode. I'm just like Alt. You know, I did Shift and then Alt. Like, that's how I was able to get him behind, and then later, like, have his finger.
The slime is reaching out of the pool and following us.
Well, actually no, he's still behind me. never mind. This was a very hard scene to make, though. Let's look at that. Yeah, I had to animate a lot here.
Ugh. Hey, Francisco.
Guys, the slime is reaching out of the pool and following us.
I could have had a longer pause in the end, but I didn't. And while we're on the subject of the trailer, let's dissect it a little bit.
Right.
I've had a problem since that. Okay, so I actually didn't know I edited this, but I didn't edit that yet, at least. And also, kind of like I said here that I kind of just had Elvin just pop out instead of walking out. But let's look here. Also, in a lot of situations, I can just have like one frame and just play around with it because it's easier to manage.
The slime is reaching out of the pool and following us.
Francisco, let's just jump.
Wait,
Why won't you die already?
Alright, it's lit up.
So originally in this scene, this was a very different scene, and also this door was opened very weirdly. It's not supposed to work like that, by the way. But here, I was originally in the back, and Elvin was in the front.
It's lit up.
oh my
Francisco,
god!
And also, there is a bit of an error with like overlapping frames.
My
Francisco, what are you
god!
doing?
So yeah, this is weird.
Fast!
It's weird to see that. Oh, now here's here's something. This is a different type of MOV. This is the transition, like the fire transition scene, and basically it makes like a special kind of fade out part where I light up the fireworks and it has like a fire transition where it then transitions into the car. And I had to use I was originally just gonna have like a green screen in here. Let me see. It's in here, and this is how it played out. Look.
Okay. Oh god, why does he have to make me do this?
And this is how it was, and I didn't even add like a glow effect here too. I was originally gonna have that, but it made the colors and Sony Vegas look weird, so I didn't do that, and instead I used a different type of video file in Toon Boom, where you can have transparent videos, which is a thing apparently, and I put in Sony Vegas. I edited it where you can like have those type of files into the project, and it works. The only problem with that is that it's a big file, but I don't care. Let me dissect this scene. So I copied and pasted a lot of these trees, and and it looks very weird. I think I did this in Medibang. Or no, actually no. I think I did this in Toon Boom. And it looked very weird, and sometimes it would almost crash it would almost crash the program. But it's very like placed differently. If you can see, it looks weird. It looks ugly like that. Well, I can show you that one. Let's see that. Oh, what the hey? I forgot. This scene is gone for some reason. But here's, I guess I can show you. So here's how it happened. So here is what happened. Basically in Medibang, I cut this part, like I have this upper part here, which is like the wall and this thing, and here's the floor, and then in the back would be the rest of the background, but I cut this part and I put it above, so that way I could have the truck in the middle, and it would go in like that to make it seem like it's going out of the sewers. Anything else to talk about? I could open this up in Toon Boom. I don't know though. I feel like I've talked enough about the nitty gritty. Oh yeah, I guess I can open up this, I guess. If this is the right one, I'm not sure though. Oh wait, no, it's not. But since we're here, how I managed to do this is that I made this into a separate layer in Medibang, and I cut it. I think I made the box originally and then I cut it and I put it above here. And then I have this thing called a red cutter, and I put it like right here, like that, and that's how I get it done. And also this scene took quite a while because of the truck being animated. It was a very hard scene to do. I guess we can do that one. So how did I do this scene? Firstly, we'll get rid of the firelight, and then I made this scene like way before, and also I added like a blue overlay in here. But what happened was I basically like I think I used the cutter tool for this. I think, yeah. I think I copied and I think I duplicated the van and I kind of just had the door. I forgot how I did it, but I did this and I just put the inside here. This is the van and the inside. And also the Elvin's blue overlay thing. So it wasn't that hard. Let's do Cock 95. So this is the entire scene of this part.
Hope this works.
Yeah, it's animated weirdly. I just use the transform tool because I can't be bothered to move the legs because I mean, what animator would want to animate the legs like that, you know? Like if it's not gonna be shown, you know. This was the one I meant to show you. So here it is. Elvin's legs doesn't move. Like, look at this. The camera pans, but look at this. Ain't that weird? And also another thing which I just found out. Look at that. Isn't that weird? What the hell's going on with Elvin's eyes? Animation error.
Ugh.
Wait, did I sense another animation error? Oh yeah, that's another animation error right there. Fuck.
Hope this works.
I think this and also this is similar because I used some bits of animation. I used some bits of animation.
Frick.
And I used like the same firework drawing from 95 and I just colored it different. Painted it different.
Huh?
Yeah, so there's that. This was a pretty difficult scene to animate.
Well, it's not too late.
Francesco, look out!
Well, it's not too late.
Francesco, look out!
Huh?
Yeah. I also sometimes when I'm importing drawings, I would make it where I can make it into like a drawing layer instead of just like a background layer. You can do that into Boom, but that I mean, I don't know if you can. I don't know if you have to make it into a drawing. Mess around with the background files, but I think that's how I managed to get it done with That's how I got it done with the bushes here. Honestly, I mean, I can show you bits of slime that are animated, like how they're animated. I guess I can open one since, I mean, I did promise a while ago. Let me see, where can I find one? Let's go to 92. It'll be the last animation file I'll be opening, because I don't think there's really anything else I want to show you. I've kind of described a bunch of stuff that, like, how I get stuff done in this short. So let's see here. The last thing I'll show you is with the goo. Oh no, that wasn't this one. No, frick. I'll show you the last one though. I'll show you Cock 99. It's surprising to say that I named this Cock 99, and the Cock 100 is like the scene where Elvin is tired because he did something about the slime. He exploded the slime with one of the fireworks used for the van, which makes it fly. So here is hopefully how the thing works. So I go here, add a turbulence node, and I'd either have this up and I go here and I kind of just mess around with this, like do that to make the gooey effect look how it is, or I'll use evolution and it looks like that. I mostly use evolution though. So yeah, there's that. There's the animation. I won't really show you much because there isn't to show you much. So now all there is like bits of audio that I can show you. And we'll start with Elvin, because I want to show you some stuff that I think may seem interesting.
What about grabbing it with her mouth?
Yeah, there are some unused lines here. And here's this one, which is very different. This is how it played.
What? Bruh! What?
So yeah, I had to trim that. I used that one. But I don't think I used that one.
Okay, I'm gonna pull you guys out. 3, 2, 1.
I never used that one. Never.
There's no way I'm gonna let that random.
I used that one when we were trying to get out of that situation with the slime. Here's the unused line where Elvin was scared.
Oh, come on, guys! I rented this van!
So yeah, there's that. I took out some lines, but I put it in the unused. It won't really be the case for Francisco, though. I got some unused lines here. And I do want to show you, like, one highlight here. Somewhere.
Anthony, we better hurry, cause well, Well, I was warning you about the slime following us, but no. We just had to save Elvin's van.
Alright. And then, here's this one.
Elvin, you distract the slime. We have to get to that exit somehow. Anthony, Rogelio, we're getting out of here. Hey, Elvin, come here. Get in the van. Rogelio, light up the fireworks.
I really could have used this part instead of the newer one, but I just think if he were to say Anthony light up the fireworks, I'd have to use like 2 different lines, and I would have used this one. I like how his delivery. I love how his delivery went here, but I couldn't use it because I just think it wouldn't work if I were to just have Francisco say Anthony in a very low monotone way, and then out of the blue he says it in this way.
I'm flooring this van with fireworks. I do. Elvin, get back inside. Nothing. Holy crap, Elvin, that was awesome. At least we have our lives. Fine in the city. Not trees in the city. Too late. Oh great, we're screwed, alright.
Oh yeah, there's also like alternate lines that Francisco sent me.
Rogelio, don't you mean the slime-filled wall? You mean the slime-filled wall?
So there was that.
Wow, that would have been my last day.
And he also sent me the new ones.
Huh? Go to hell, Anthony.
This was the last line he sent me, and I thought it was the funniest thing. This was his idea. This was Francisco's idea when we were discussing about this. And I don't regret it at all. It's funny as hell.
He's in a city that sells cheap. Why would you need a real tree?
Oh yeah, he also retook some of the older lines, though I didn't use them because I was fine with the older ones.
Alright, let's get this over with.
They're also like really quiet.
One more blow. One more blow. Wow, that would have been the last day of my...
So I guess that's enough of that. So now let's get into my parts. First, let's go in this folder because this is like the newer ones. It's in here somewhere.
Just get out of the van.
I didn't use this one.
Wait, if you get a real tree, then...
And also this was a very late one, I think. I think I didn't use this one, did I?
I know from the looks of the slime, there will be at least some innuendo.
Yeah, I didn't use that one. There's a bunch here.
Well, there is a bunch of leftover fruity holes in here. Oh, scripts. But it's quite weird going back, Elvin. I'm just gonna stay here and watch this view.
Yeah, I still got my other lines here too.
Get the tree and get out of here.
Well, great. So now I have to deal with these I'm talking about them.
Okay, you know what? I think you get it already. Yeah. I'll talk about some other stuff about it. I'm not gonna open up the Vegas file because I don't want to get into the nitty gritty of that. I think I've covered the basics. I've covered everything now. With music and sound effects, I mostly just got them off of YouTube or Zapsplat. And with music, oh yeah. The day I was editing it, which was 4 days ago, by the way, yeah, I get in a rush whenever I edit stuff. And it really is the worst, especially in these days. Whenever I want to try and find like music and sound effects, it's the worst fucking shit ever. I hate editing a lot. And especially in this case because I had to edit a lot of the sounds of our voices, and I even had to put my own individual voices in one like section, and then same for Francisco, and then for Elvin, because like if I didn't, then I'd be confused, and I wouldn't really know where to find any other. I wouldn't be able to find their voices, and so it'd be a confusing mess. It was a pain in the ass to have to edit some of the audio bits, and I even had to use Audacity to fix some of the more quieter voice lines, and it was just the voice clips. They were a pain in the ass to edit and try to make it sound less like ear rapey. But with sound effects and music, it was really a pain in the ass. And I was using Zapsplat, and I got the hang of it when I was using that website. There were a lot of really good sound effects on there, but for YouTube, I was looking for sound effect. No. I mean, I had an okay time with YouTube when it comes to looking for sound effects, but for when it comes to like looking for music, absolutely not. I try to look for a copyright free soundtrack, and my go-to was I think it was Kevin something. Kevin McLeod. Kevin McLeod. Kevin McLeod. Yeah. I don't know where that came from, but I mostly use his songs because they do the job. I know him well. I've heard him plenty of times, so. And also it kind of fits the theme of CDT Adventures being like an old kind of cartoon from the internet days, like the old internet days, but enough about that. I used his songs because, yeah, simply put, they're just copyright free. And okay, and also on some occasions, I did get some sound effects from another website called Fandom, and I just got some sound effects off there too, but I only got sound effects from YouTube, Zapsplat, and other various sources. So I guess that's it. I've covered everything. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. I mean, I know a lot of people actually know. I don't think anyone's watching this stream now, but I covered everything. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Whenever in the future, if you want to stick around later on, you can watch it. Yeah, if you've watched this, I mean, glad you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later.